Li Wei pushed himself relentlessly. Each day on Qingling Mountain was a battle against fatigue and doubt. His muscles screamed as he practiced ancient sword forms. Sweat poured down his face, blurring the world around him. He sought perfection, each strike honed to lethal grace. Master Jian, his teacher, demanded nothing less. "Strength without control is chaos," Master Jian would say, his voice echoing in the thin mountain air. Li Wei understood the words, but the fire in his blood craved more. He yearned for power, for the effortless mastery he saw in his dreams. This desire, a burning ember in his soul, led him astray. One day, while training deep in the mountain's embrace, Li Wei felt an unfamiliar pull. It was a subtle tug, a whisper in his mind, guiding him off the familiar paths. He resisted at first, loyal to his training, but the urge intensified. It drew him deeper into the mountain's shadowed heart, towards a place forgotten. The air grew heavy as Li Wei ventured deeper into the forest. Sunlight struggled to pierce the dense canopy, casting the path in perpetual twilight. Ancient trees, gnarled and twisted, watched him with silent judgment. The scent of damp earth and decaying leaves filled his nostrils. He felt a growing unease, a prickling on the back of his neck. He stumbled upon a clearing shrouded in an unnatural stillness. In its center lay a well, its stone rim slick with moss and age. The well was ancient, forgotten by time and man. An oppressive silence hung in the air, broken only by the rustling of leaves. Li Wei felt a chill despite the sweat clinging to his skin. He approached cautiously, drawn by an unseen force. As he peered into the well's fathomless depths, he heard it. A voice, barely a whisper, drifted up from the darkness below. It spoke his name, soft and alluring, promising him the power he craved. "Li Wei," the voice echoed, a sibilant whisper that seemed to seep into his bones. "You struggle, you strive, but true power eludes you." The voice seemed to understand his deepest desires, his yearning for mastery beyond his grasp. Li Wei stood frozen, caught between curiosity and fear. "Within me lies the strength you seek," the voice continued, its tone laced with honeyed temptation. "Embrace it, Li Wei. Become the warrior you were destined to be." Images flashed through Li Wei's mind, visions of effortless victories, of respect bordering on fear, of power absolute and intoxicating. He reached out a hand towards the darkness, mesmerized. "Look closer, Li Wei," the voice urged, "and see what awaits you." Hesitantly, Li Wei leaned further over the well's edge. The darkness within seemed to shift, coalescing into a reflection. It was him, yet not him. The reflection pulsed with an unnatural energy, its eyes burning with cold fire. The reflected figure was everything Li Wei thought he wanted. Muscles bulged, impossibly defined. His eyes crackled with power, a cruel smirk playing on his lips. Li Wei felt himself drawn in, his own insecurities fueling the allure of the image. Doubt crept in, a sliver of ice in his mind. Was this true strength or a hollow imitation? He thought of Master Jian's teachings, of the discipline and control he'd been taught. Its smile widened, revealing a chilling hunger. Suddenly a hand clamped down on Li Wei's shoulder, yanking him back from the edge. He stumbled, the world spinning, the voice from the well fading into a frustrated hiss. He looked up to see Master Jian, his face etched with concern and something akin to fear. Li Wei's heart pounded, torn between the dark allure and the path of discipline. Master Jian's eyes bore into him, a silent reminder of the strength within. With a deep breath, Li Wei steadied himself, the choice clear in his mind. "Master!" Li Wei gasped, his mind still reeling from the encounter. Master Jian's grip tightened, his eyes filled with a grave understanding. "Step away from the well, Li Wei," he commanded, his voice brooking no argument. But the voice, the power, Li Wei stammered, his words failing him. Master Jian led him away from the well's edge, his grip firm yet reassuring. They sat beneath the watchful gaze of the ancient trees, the oppressive silence of the clearing replaced by the soothing rustle of leaves. "That well," Master Jian began, his voice low and steady, "is a place of temptation, of twisted desires. It preys on the insecurities within, offering a hollow shell of power. He looked at Li Wei, his gaze piercing. True strength lies not in brute force, but in control. In mastering oneself before seeking to master the world,